Hi, this is Pooja Varani, and today we are going to focus on self-massage or myofascial release for tightness in your inner thighs, your adductors specifically. So the area we're focusing on is your inseam, the inseam of your pants from your groin all the way down to your knees. And this area may be tight from sitting or driving or other workouts that you do, or you may have had an injury. So a good way to get into this tissue is to do myofascial release, where we're going to basically try and get into the connective tissue and loosen it up. For this particular release, you can use one of two items. So you can either use a foam roller or you can use a block and a ball. I'll show you the foam roller version first and then the second version. So I recommend for this that you use a smaller foam roller. I like mine. It has all these nubs that kind of get into the grooves, get into different areas. I have this listed on my Amazon page if you need help finding it, but I'm in love with this foam roller. And you're either gonna lay down flat or on your side and bring your one leg off to the side. The leg that's off to the side, you're gonna place it on top of your foam roller. And then instead of rolling back and forth, I know there's this tendency with foam rollers to do that, keep your leg where it is and then just bend and straighten it. And chances are you're gonna feel quite a bit of sensation here if you have tightness in this area. Now you're gonna bend and straighten your leg 5 to 10 times, or even more if you're still feeling tightness in this particular spot, and then roll your foam roller a little closer towards your groin. Keep rolling. You may be wondering, how do I know which spots to stop at? Well, because it rolls, you can roll it until you find a spot where there's some tightness, and then that's where you're bending and straightening. And in this particular release, we're just going one direction. So we're gonna start with the knee and go all the way into the groin. Make sure not to ignore the groin. Same movement. And you're gonna switch over to the other leg. I've demoed this pretty quickly. I'd recommend taking at least a minute for your leg, if not 2. And you can start with your knee or with your groin, but work in one direction. The other way you can do this is with a ball and a block. You want to use the block so you get some height. And I really like this ball as well because it digs in to the tissue and gives me a pretty deep massage. So same thing, you're placing that ball, bending and straightening, and over a minute, 2 minutes, or even more, working your way from the knee to the groin or the groin to the knee. And after you're done with this release, you may want to take a moment to stretch out your adductors. For this, you can come into a wide-legged stance. You may already feel enough of a stretch here. If you don't, bring your feet a little closer and then bend one knee, straighten the other, send the hips back in space until you feel that stretch, and then switch sides. If you were to see this from the side, I'm sending my hips back as I move from side to side. So hips back, chest stays lifted, hips back, chest lifted. So it's almost as if you're moving into a mini squat. And you can start with a smaller range and then work your way up to a bigger one. You don't want to be all the way out here. And you don't want to have the legs wide and then just be moving a little bit. So some place where you can bring your knees out, knee, knee, get a stretch there. I hope this helps. Try this for a few days, try this for a few weeks. Let me know. I'd love to hear. And I hope this helps with tightness in your adductors.